Namaste students. Today in this video I am going to discuss factor cost, basic prices and market prices and some macroeconomic concept from the second chapter, that is national income accounting. So first see what is factor cost, what is basic prices and market prices. So here one important point is given that in India the most highlighted measure of national income has been the GDP at factor cost. So here it is said that the best highlighted measure for counting the national income is GDP at factor cost. So first, what is national income? Is the total money value of all the final goods and services produced in a country during a 1 year. So to count the national income, the base measure is the GDP at the factor cost. So here again one important point is given that the Central Statistics Office of the Government of India has been reporting the GDP at factor cost and at market price. So in its revision in January 2015, the CHO means Central Statistics Office replaced GDP at factor cost with GVA at basic prices and GDP at market prices, which is now called only GDP is now the most highlighted measure. So here it is said that GDP at factor cost and at market price, which is now replaced with what? With GVA, means gross value added at basic prices, and GDP at market prices, which is both now called the GDP, only GDP. Next, see the distinction between factor cost, basic prices and market prices is based on the distinction between net production taxes and net product taxes. So first, what is factor cost? Factor cost is the cost of an item of goods and services in terms of the various factors which have played a part of its production. So in the production process, whatever we have used the factors like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, so for that we paid the money. That money is known as the factor cost. So here again it is said that the distinction between factor cost and the basic price and market price is based on distinction between the net product taxes and net production taxes. So what is net product taxes and net production taxes? So here it is said that net production taxes less production subsidies, and net product taxes less product subsidies. So production taxes and subsidies are paid. When production taxes and subsidies are paid, production taxes and subsidies are paid or received in relation to production and are independent of the volume of production, such as land revenues, stamp, registration fees. These are known as the production taxes. And again, product tax and subsidies on the other hand, what are paid or received per unit of product. Example, excise tax, service tax, export and import duties. And again here it is also said that what is factor cost? Factor cost includes only the payment of factors of production and it does not include any tax. Again here it is said that in order to arrive at market prices, we have to add the factor cost, the total indirect tax less total subsidies. The basic price is lie between, they include the production tax less production subsidies but not product tax. So after that, here see the important point, GDP at factor cost and GV at basic prices. So GDP at factor cost means what? GDP at factor cost plus net product taxes equals GV at basic prices. So we have already discussed what is basic price. Basic price is the amount of receivable by the producer from the processor minus any tax payable plus any subsidy receivable. So here GV at basic price equals GV at factor factor cost plus net production taxes. And if we see the GV at basic price, then we GV at basic price plus net product taxes equal, we get GV at market price. So what is net product tax and what is net production tax? That is all we have discussed. That is given here. Here see, it is given. Production taxes and subsidies are paid or received in relation to production and are independent of the volume of production, such as land revenue, stamp and registration fees. And product tax and subsidies, on the other hand, are paid or received per unit of output, that is excise tax, service tax and export and import. So next, see here some important macroeconomics identities. So in this paragraph, first we have to understand what is GNP, gross national product. So here it is said that gross domestic product means what? The gross domestic product measures the aggregate production of final goods and services taking place within the domestic economy during a year. Means what? Gross domestic product, it is the total sum value of all final goods and services which is produced during a year but within domestic country. So in GDP we never add the net factor income from abroad. So here see, to get the GNP, what we do? To get the GNP, the formula is that GNP equal GDP plus factor income earned by the domestic factor of production employed in the rest of the world minus factor income earned by the factors of production of the rest of the world employed in the domestic economy. In short form, hence GNP equal GDP plus net factor income from abroad. So what is net factor income from abroad? To understand this, we have to see this again. So here it is said that, for example, a citizen of India working in Saudi Arabia and maybe earning her wage, and it will be included in the Saudi Arabian GDP. But legally speaking, she is an Indian. Is there a way to take into account the earning made by Indians abroad or by the factors of production owned by Indians? So means what? When one person are working in abroad, his or her income included in our GDP. And if again one example is given that, on the other hand, if some foreigner suppose working here, means in India, then that income which is earned by that foreigner, which is excluded from our GDP. So here example is given that the profit earned by Korean owned Hyundai car factory will have to subtracted from the GDP of India. So here when we will here it is said that when we will this subtraction or addition we will do, then we will get the gross, that is net factor income from abroad. And when we will add this and net factor from abroad, we will get the GNP. So here it is said that, here see this factor income earned by the domestic factors of production employed in the rest of the world means, suppose Indian are working in abroad, that income, and again which income earned by the foreigner in our country, when we will subtract or add this money value, then we will get the net factor income from abroad. And when this net factor income from abroad will add with GDP, then we will get the GNP. Next important point is that what is net national product, NNP. So see, we have already noted that a part of the capital gets consumed during the year due to wear and tear. This wear and tear is called the depreciation. So depreciation means what? In the production process, whatever the capital goods are used, so during that process maybe it destroyed or maybe it wear or maybe it tear, so that cost of replacement or repairment is known as depreciation. So necessarily depreciation does not become part of anybody's income. If we deduct depreciation from GNP, the measure of aggregate income that we obtain called the net national product. So here formula is given that net national product equal GNP minus depreciation. So again, see, it is to be noted that all these variables are evaluated at market price. Through the expression given above, we get the value of NNP, net national product, evaluated at market prices. But market price includes indirect taxes. Again, here we have to see that one important point is what is indirect taxes. So tax, we know tax is the compulsory contribution to the government. So first we have to understand what is net indirect taxes or indirect taxes. Actually, the indirect taxes, there are two types of tax: direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax, which is paid directly on property, or indirect tax, suppose this is sale tax, which is known as the indirect tax. So here, see, the market price includes what? Indirect tax. When indirect taxes are imposed on goods and services, their prices goes up. Definitely, when the tax is imposed by government on the goods and services, then we have to pay more money, and indirect tax equate to the government, and that tax goes to government, and we have to deduct them from NNP evaluated at market price in order to calculate that part of NNP which is actually equal to the factors of production. And similarly, there may be subsidies granted by the government on the prices of some commodities. So what is subsidy? Subsidies, actually, you know, subsidies actually a sum of money granted by the state or the public body to help an industry or business keep the price of a commodity. Means, suppose a industry or farm produced lots of goods, but due to the lack of demand, that product, suppose the price of that product is going decreasing. So but cost is already done. So if we sell that products in low price, then the cost of production will not become. So that is why government sometimes what happen to help that industry give some subsidies. Means, suppose the cost of production of a good, suppose 100, or suppose they are able to selling goods at 100 including the cost, but most of the people, suppose they don't want to buy that goods at 100 rupees. So demand is very less. Suppose government decide that you have to sell, to order the industry, you have to sell that goods at 80 rupees and 20 rupees we will pay. So that 20 rupees is the subsidy. Means 20 rupees come from the government and 80 rupees come from by selling. So this is called the subsidy. So here again, see that subsidies granted where, see, subsidies granted by the government on the price of some commodities. In India, petrol is heavily taxed by the government, whereas cooking gas is subsidized. Means cooking gas, LPG gas cylinder. So we need to add subsidies to the NNP evaluated at market price, and the measure that we obtain by doing so called net national product at factor cost or national income. Means when we will add subsidies in NNP at market price, then we will get the national income. And what is NNP at market price? NNP at market price, when we will add the indirect taxes with NNP, then we will get the net national product at market price. And when we will deduct this net national product at factor cost equal net national income, means net national product at factor cost, also known as national income, or it is also known as the net national product at market price. When we will minus indirect tax minus subsidies, that is known as the net indirect taxes, equal NNP at market price minus net indirect taxes, that is net indirect taxes equal indirect tax minus subsidies. So then we will get the net national product at factor cost, which is also known as the national product. Next, see here what is personal income. So next, see what is personal income. Personal income equal undistributed profit. Personal income means what? Personal income equal national income minus undistributed profit minus net indirect payment made by the household minus corporate tax plus transfer payments to the household from the government and farm. So here we have to understand part what is undistributed profits. So here it is said that which is earned by the farms and government enterprises, a part of profit is not distributed among the factors of production. This is called the undistributed profit. Means which profit is not distributed among the factors of production, that is called undistributed profit. And again here it is said that net interest payment made by the household. So what is C? Here it is given. On the other hand, the household do receive interest payment from private firms or the government on past loans advanced by them, and household may have to pay interest to the firms and the government as well in case of they had borrowed money from either. So this is called the net. So we have to deduct this net interest paid by the household to the firms and government. Again here it is said that what is corporate tax? So corporate tax actually that is the tax which have to paid by the company to the government, and transfer payments to the household from the government farm means what? The household, here it is said that the household receive transfer payment from government and farms, that is pension, scholarship, price. This is known as the transfer payment. So what is personal income? So personal income means it is also known as the national income. When we will deduct this, national income minus undistributed profit minus net interest payment made by household minus corporate tax plus transfer payments to the household from the government and firms, then we get the personal income. Again here it is said that however even personal income is not the income over which the household have complete say. They have to pay taxes from personal income. If we deduct personal tax payment, that is income tax, and non-tax payment such as fines from PI, we obtain what is known as the personal disposable income. So here it is said personal disposable income. Personal disposable income means from personal income, when we will deduct personal tax payment minus non-tax payment, then we get the personal disposable income. So personal tax payment or non-tax payment, what is we have already got here. So here again it is said that personal disposable income is the part of aggregate income, is a total income which belongs to the household. They may decide to consume a part of it and they can save it. So first we got the personal income, and second we got the personal disposable income. So personal disposable income is the only part that we can save or we can consume it. So here whatever we have got, personal income, national income or GNP, GDP. So here one figure is given. So with this help of figure we can easily understand what is GDP, what is GNP, what is net national product at market price, what is net national product at factor cost, and what is personal income and what is personal disposable income. So let's see this. So here see, when we add net factor income from abroad with GDP, then we get GNP. This is. And when we minus depreciation, D means depreciation, from where? From GNP, then we get net national product at market price. Again from net national product at market price, when we will minus ID minus sub, ID means indirect taxes minus subsidies, then we will get net national product at factor cost, or it is also known as national income. And again, from net national product at factor cost or from national income, we deduct, suppose UP plus NIH plus CT minus TRH. What is the full form? UP means undistributed profits, NIH means net interest payment by household, CT means corporate tax, and TRH means transfer receipt by household. The full form is given here. So then we will get the personal income, means from NI or net national product at factor cost, when we will deduct this UP, NI, HCT, TRH, then we will get the PI. And again, from PI means personal income, from personal income when we will minus this PTP plus NP. PTP means personal tax payment, NP means non-tax payment, then we will get the personal disposable income. So after that, next see what is national disposable income and private income. So first see what is national disposable income. National disposable income equal net national product at market price plus other current transfer from the rest of the world. Net national product at market price we have already got. So when we will add other current transfer from rest of the world, then we get the net national product at market price. Again, next see what is current transfer from the rest of the world. That is what? That is goods, that is gifts and age, which is got from the foreign country. Next see what is private income. Private income equal factor income from net domestic product according to the private sector plus national debt interest plus net factor income from abroad plus current transfer from government plus other net transfer from rest of the world. So here see private income we will get when we will do this factor income from net domestic product according to the private sector, which is income get from within our country. And again national debt interest. National debt interest means when nation take debt, on that interest is given. Again net factor income from abroad, which is already we have discussed, and current transfer from government we have already discussed. This is also, for that if you confuse, then you can see again here it is given what is transfer payment from government and firms, it is given. And what is current transfer from rest of the world include, this is gift and age. So when we will add this with national debt interest, factor income from net domestic product according to the private sector, again current transfer, when we will add this, then we will get the private income. So after that, the next important basic national income aggregate, these are the GDP at MP means gross domestic product at market price. So what is this? It is given GDP is the market value of all final goods and services produced within a domestic territory of a country measured in a year. All production done by the national resident of the or non-resident in a country gets included, regardless of whether the production is owned by local company or foreign company. Everything is valued at market price. So that is GDP equal GDP MP equals C. C means consumption, I means investment, G means government expenditure, X minus M minus B, it is the net factor income from abroad. Means here in the GDP MP will add that net factor income from abroad. This is export minus import. Next, GDP at factor cost. It is given GDP at the factor cost is the gross domestic product at market price less net product taxes, less net product taxes. What is it is already discussed in the above page. Next, market prices are the prices as paid by the consumer. Market prices also include product taxes and subsidies, so it is also given. The term factor cost refers to the prices of the products as received by the producer. Thus, factor cost is equal to the market prices minus net indirect taxes. GDP at factor cost measured money value of the output produced by the firms within the domestic boundaries of a country in a year. So here formula is given. So this formula we need. This net domestic product at market price is given. What is net domestic product at market price means this measure allows policy makers to estimate how much the country has to spend just to maintain their current GDP. If the country is not able to replace the capital stock lost through depreciation, then GDP will be failed. So here it is said that means how we will get the NDP at MP. NDP at MP equals GDP MP minus depreciation. So GDP MP means what? It is given here, not here, in the above page. Here it is given. So next, net domestic product at factor cost, it is given here. Net domestic product at factor cost is the income earned by the factors in form of wages, profits, rent, interest, etc. within the domestic territory of a country. So after that, next concept is given, gross national product at market price. So here it is given. So formula is given. You just read. When you will confuse, suppose what is NFIA, that is we have already discussed, and you can see in the above page it is given. GDP MP, what is this? That is also discussed in the above. Next, what is GNP at factor cost? So here see this and formula is given. Next, net national product at market price, this is also given here. This is a measure of how much a country can consume in a given period of time. NNP measures output regardless of where that production has taken place, in domestic territory or abroad. So formula is given. Formula is important. So NNP at market price means equal, when we'll deduct depreciation from GNP at market price, then we'll get the net national product at market price, or we can get in this way also, NNP market price equal NDP market price plus NFIA. So again here it is also given what is net national product at factor cost, or it is also known as the national income. So here it is given. Next, what is GVA at market price, what is GVA at basic price, and what is GVA at factor cost. Here one important point is here, so we have to understand this. What is GDP at market price and what is GV at market price. So this is equal. Why it is equal? So here one thing is that the basic price we already discussed, that basic price is the amount receivable by the producer from the purchaser minus any tax payable plus any subsidy receivable. So producer prices means what? Producer price is the amount receivable by the producer from the purchaser minus any value added tax or similar deductible tax invoiced to the purchaser. So basic difference, or the main difference between GVA at basic price and GV at the producer price is that at basic price GVA includes subsidies, and at producer price it does not. At basic price GVA exclude any tax payable, and at producer prices GV exclude only value added tax or similar deductible taxes. So actually GDP at market price means we have already discussed. Here see GDP at market price. So here it is said that GDP is the market value of all final goods and services produced within a domestic territory of a country measured in a year. So here it is given GV at market price. GV at market price is gross value added, means whatever the production is done from the primary, secondary and tertiary sector So we will take the money value only the final products, money value of the final products. So then we will get the total gross value of the production goods. So that is why GDP at market price and GV at the market price is same, because both is the total money value of the final goods and services during a year. So GV at basic price means what? Basic price we have already discussed. And how we will get GV at basic price? When gross value added at market price, from this we minus net product taxes, then we will get the GV at basic price. And what is net product taxes? We have already discussed. Next, GVA at factor cost means what? When gross value added at basic prices, from this we will minus suppose net production taxes, then we will get GV at factor cost. So here, what is net production taxes, what is net product taxes, that is also we have discussed. If you confuse, then again go here. Here is given this, again see here and you will understand. So I think you have understood. If you any confused, then you can ask text message in the comment section. So this is all about the sum, macroeconomics concept, and factor cost, basic cost, and basic prices, factor cost, and market prices. So in the next video we will discuss the important topics, that is nominal and real GDP, and after that the last topic of this chapter, this very important, which is known as the GDP and welfare. So what is the relation between GDP and welfare? So I hope you understand. So we will meet in the next video.